Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is, let's take a look at this guy, is we're going to set up a family that has width and depth for that frame. So we're going to set up some reference planes and dimension those out with parameters. And then if I go to the front, we also have this controlling the middle, the top, and the railing height. So we're just going to set those up first. So if I go to File, New, Family, you can go down to your Furniture, RFT, and click Open. And it's just going to open up a blank file, and all we're going to do is set up some reference planes. So the first thing is you just want to put reference planes kind of, around like this guy. This is pretty typical. And then typically I'm just going to name these, so I'll just say this was right, this one's left, and this is top, and this is bottom. Or actually, this should be top, right? This should be B for bottom. So we'll change that to B and change that to T, right? And then we just want to make sure that this thing expands and contracts around the middle. And to do that, we're going to go to Annotate and Align. And we're going to just pick across. I'm left clicking and then left clicking on nothing and clicking out the equals. And I'm just going to do this all the way through here. And this is just going to guarantee that these guys expand and contract around the middle so it knows where to grow from, because these are pinned so they can't move. And then I'm going to go to Annotate, go to Align, and create a dimension here. And notice that I'm careful to pick on the reference planes. Then I'm going to put a parameter on it by picking that dimension and going to Create Parameter. And I'm going to name this width. And then I'm going to name this one depth. So I'm kind of creating the rig for this guy, right? And then I'm just going to go to my front elevation, and I'm going to put in a couple of more reference planes by typing RP for the shortcut. There's my bottom rail, there's my middle rail, and there's my top rail, right? So I can name this rail top, right? Rail mid, and rail bottom. Okay, and then we just want to go ahead and create a line dimension that goes from, it doesn't really matter, I don't think, if it goes from a reference level. There's a reference plane back here, so either one. So I'm going to create one from there to there and to there. Then I'm going to put parameters on these. So this will be rail bottom, right? This one will be rail middle. And this one will be rail top. Okay, so now we've got those guys all set up. Now we're ready to sort of go in and create the sweeps, because we're going to sweep along these reference planes. We're going to use them as reference planes, as references for the sweep paths. Maybe I'll come in here and sort of clean this up a little bit so it's not as 1 foot, and the rail top maybe 2 feet, right? So these kind of all come in, at a little bit more reasonable. Okay, when I come back, we'll sort of put the sweep in.